our last episode, we identified the reasons why and the manner in which many husbands cheat on their wives. Although both partners may have contributed to the violation, the man is ultimately responsible for his actions. Today, we continue to explore the issue, married men and their mistresses, with special attention to the third party, the often mysterious mistress. But first, a reminder of the meaning of marriage.
Go together like a horse.
The word marriage implies a bonding, a unity, a kind of permanence until it does part that proverbial vow that you take.
Marriage is in the mind. That's where marriage is. Relationship is in the mind. If a man locks his mind, a woman locks his mind and say, whatever happens is going to be this person alone. By the way, that's the sum total of the marriage vow.
But when you get into it, there are lots of dynamics that really don't take you to that end point of to let those part. And you'll find that various things crop up during the marriage. As long as you could have courted, maybe some of those things don't arise until marriage happens. And then because of the dynamics that come from interpersonal relationships, other people can't cope, so they find an outlet. And there are various outlets: drinking, smoking, womanizing. Once you get into the relationship, men especially, they get bored with the relationship because there's not enough excitement. Without the excitement, it becomes monotonous, and so they look elsewhere, and they might have a friend on whose shoulder they can lean, and that one thing leads to the other. Also, it's part of research has shown it's part of the instinct that we have, the hunter-gathering instinct in the males, where they have that tendency to go after something that is fresh, like being hunt animals. So you see men always admiring girls. There's nothing wrong with that, but can they resist the temptation to make that further approach?
The fact that this might be psychosocially so does not mean that it has manifested, because from a Christian perspective there's a higher power to our psychosocial orientation, and that is our spiritual relationship, because marriage is firstly, originally, authentically a relationship between God and the man, God and the woman and the man. When that triangular relationship is kept in place, the psychosocial factors can be controlled. So when God is outside of it, and I'm not pushing my Christian perspective, but I can't help but bring it out. When God is outside of the relationship, all the other factors which are unhealthy to relationship are likely to take dominance.
And if you don't get the excitement at home, and as a food person, if you eat chicken every day, you're going to get tired of it. So you're going to look for something else that's nice. So women in the home, especially wives, have to keep their partners happy by exciting them, introducing new things. Again, that's part of our history where we don't have the chance to explore. We don't read books on sex. We don't explore things that are sexual to say, let me bring something new to the table, in the same way that I will fix up the house and make it different, or fix a meal and make it different. We have to make the sexual plate different. It's a thing of hoping that if they are good enough to the man, that he'll one day leave his wife, which they hardly do. So they end up eventually, after several years, being frustrated, probably saying, I've wasted my time with this person, and then they probably tend to walk away at that time, which is several years gone, probably too late to find another partner. So they end up in frustration. So a lot of them seek psychological counseling and so on, because the hope was never fulfilled.
That shows how foolish a mate can be, because for you to really believe that's actually putting yourself down. Because to allow a man to manipulate you and twist your mind so that you really think all this nonsense.
The men also promise them that, yes, man, we just wait until the kids reach high school. Then the kids reach high school just when they reach college. We wait until they get married and we can settle them down. And it never happens.
Some of them surprisingly are very smart women, well educated. But, I guess also men again in our society nowadays, we don't have a lot of men stepping up to the plate. So a lot of women, look at it this way, from basically how they speak to me. I have this married man. I'm educated, I'm making my money. I just want him to have that child. Women tend to be a lot more calculating, and the genetic pool is a big factor for them. And then you don't want to go take up anybody to procreate with, you know. So a lot of them would rather procreate with a man who is ambitious, that their child will be taken care of for the rest of their lives.
The mates sometimes have this aggressive tendency because they feel that, yeah, they have a right to the man now because he came to them and me never go look him, or even if I look them, then I feel me him now, and there are things about him I mean like when me want, and you have the ring but I mean I get everything. And
some of these mates, we call them, call the wife, say, you know, if you used to, if you could die.
Why are you be calling my phone? We've been married for 10 years and you have no right to be calling my house.
I don't mean like him no want you.
if you did stay, but he would come.
Him would come there with me.
You need to see how me look. You need to see how I look.
Because he has told her all these matters that are sacred.
A wife who discovers the shocking reality of her cheating husband and his mistress oftentimes suffer a burst of emotions. How these emotions are expressed can be life-changing.
The first thing that gets crushed is self-esteem. She internalizes it. And it manifests itself in many ways, how she relates with the children, how she relates at work. She ostracizes herself.
But in the midst of pain, the human spirit sometimes triumphs, surpassing even the greatest of expectations.
They remain because they're not giving up with the fights. They're not just walking out and leaving the man now to carry the sweetheart in and the sweetheart to take over the home. There are many reasons why she'll remain. And people might say she's an idiot, but that's not really true. You have to actually be in the situation and remember that this is for better or worse. Call this your worst. And you're going through the worst with the expectation that it will get better.
It is a fact. A lot of women resiliently stay in it. Don't believe in divorce. Don't believe in breakup. The investment I have and all of that, I stay with it. And Christian wives, man, I never stop praying. Oh yes, until.
The institution of marriage, a force that shapes family and society. It can be the source of pleasure or a prison of pain. In the end, marriage is merely in the mind. Its success is determined by the integrity of its partners, you and I.
Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this episode, like and subscribe to this channel and share it with a friend. Also, follow Love Zone New Chapter on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok.
Love Zone, Love Zone, Love Zone. It's the Love Zone, Love Zone, Love Zone. Love Zone.